And we're live, and my mic's working this time, which is good. I'll get the lads involved now in a second once I fix my sounds. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, yo,
Going
doing
Hey,
alright.
alright?
this time you didn't just like trick me and thinking everything was fucked again.
Nah, don't worry. We only do that on Saturdays.
Okay.
Saturdays, it was
That
Friday last week when you did it.
setting working.
You're welcome.
For anyone watching,
That is actually
Funky is not here today. He had something come up and he can't play. But he told us to play on, and I have a very valid reason why he won't be here. But we'll start off with the usual. Skipping over Funky. Vulcan, how has your week been? How has your game progressed? Have you been up to much?
yes. I think the game has progressed enough. The penguin is looking better after it got flattened to a pancake.
Yeah, that was hilarious, by the way.
It wasn't supposed to do that, but it did. But luckily, thanks to Elias, one of my stream viewers, he suggested how to get it back quickly, and it worked. So that's good. The penguin finally got rigged, so I've started doing some animation and modeling. And next week, I think I'm going to continue with the animation and modeling because I have a rather steep university deadline, which I have to do a lot of coding for, and so I need my programming brain on university work, not on
Which is fair. Hopefully that goes well.
penguins.
You've only got what?
So,
10 more weeks at least? 10ish?
well, the project's technically over in 4.
Good luck.
So,
Fuck.
yeah,
But,
I have work to do because I have a demonstration in a week or so's time. I need to prepare for that and do a lot of. I need to do some work on it in the next week.
You,
That.
by the way, your mic is doing that cutting out thing again. Don't know why. Or
Yes,
it's, like,
it
really
probably
quiet.
is because I haven't got the settings on. Give me a moment.
Yeah, no matter. While you're sorting that out. And Sola, how has your week been?
How's that?
It's been alright, I think. Not much have happened. I mean, I've just been surviving. My latest project has actually been trying to draw a realistic campfire, or not realistic, but at least a campfire that looks somewhat good. But that is only really a project that'll bear fruit in like forever whenever I become a millionaire. So we'll wait a bit on that.
What's the realistic campfire for?
The realistic campfire is for hopefully for an application or an app I'm making, which should suit perfectly well into a what would you call that? A board game cafe, I think.
Yeah.
Which I would like to set up at some point, but yeah, you know, money and time and shit, it's not happening. At least not
everyone is
anytime
into money.
soon.
Yeah. That sounds cool. We can talk more about that afterwards. I'd actually love to hear more about that. I'm gonna make an announcement for once. I don't really make any during the show, but for anyone note, my merch finally arrived, and I'm actually pretty happy with it. It's a lot better than I expected. Which I'm super happy with. And I've also started a competition that runs till the end of the month. So first place is going to get €20 Amazon or Steam voucher. They can choose, and then there'll be some runner-up prizes for €5 for Steam or Amazon. I'm not sure if you can do as low as 5. If you can't, it'll be 10, but we'll figure it out when we get there. And also there'll be some runner-up prizes for ones I really like that I just didn't have the funds to give, but I will figure that one out. The competition is to create highlights of my streams or clips, like clips basically from like Twitch clips, and whichever one I deem the best one, I will give the first prize to, and then ones I really like, I'll try and give out proper prizes, but we'll figure that out. But definitely a second place will get another voucher of some kind, and I'm planning to use them all, or a lot of them, all the good ones, that is, in highlight reels. And if you're using a highlight reel after the end of this month, I will give you something as long as we can work something out between whoever enters or not enters. And if someone puts in like 30 different clips, well, obviously I'm going to give them something, even if they're not the best clips, but clips are clips. I'm trying to make a collection of them right now, and it's very difficult to make clips while you're playing, or while you're streaming. So, yeah.
Does the clip need to be recent?
That's been deleted. I know what you're talking about. That has been deleted.
No, I still have one.
Well, it's not on Twitch no more.
Well, true, but I could still submit it, and you could still use it for highlight reel.
I could, or I could delete it, pretend like it never happened. We're not going to get into this right now. And hello, Crispy. Anyway, so to summarize some of last week, right at the end, you killed all the fairies to jump straight into. Unless anyone has anything else you want to add, but
Nah, go for it.
To jump in, you've killed all the fairies, and we're going to go back a tiny bit in time. The reason for this is I realized when I rewatched the ending that I've left a few not loopholes, but plot holes that need to be filled, and mostly that was my own fault because I saw the time and I know it's late for you, so I try to end it, and then I skipped some kind of important things. So hence why your health is back now to 13 rather than 10, because it'll all make a little more sense.
We'll just take a long rest anyway.
A long rest is a good few hours. He's only 1 damaged anyway. So you've just killed the last of the fairies, and then I really want to say Balrog. What are they called? Oh my god. The Beholder. Jesus Christ, my brain cells. The Beholder has now turned into this Dragonborn-esque massive creature, who we know to be Karametra from last week, but that's fine.
Kama Sutra, yes.
Karametra, yep, exactly. And to whip up notes, we're going to go back to the start of the conversation, which is, well, what have you asked me here for? My influence is already so high in these lands, and you don't seem to seek to overthrow me.
Oh, we're going to talk to him. Oh, okay. Well, sorry, I just thought you'd be rambling on about what kind of changes were made. But okay.
That's all. Basically, she's been transformed now, and we're going to go back to the start of the conversations.
Are you no enemy of ours?
Well, you don't seem to be bad people. You've made some questionable decisions, but you treat the natural world in a positive way. Like what you did with those rabbits, maybe tying them up wasn't the right thing, but you didn't want them to go missing or to be spared, and you've now given them to a dim-witted farmer, but a farmer who can domesticate they weren't rabbits, they were hares, as we both know. He can domesticate those hares, and maybe he gives them the life they deserve, because they're not native to these lands. And the gnome beside you, he clicks his fingers, and the gnome vanishes, which I will delete for now. Your gnome friend, he needs to append for his sins. He has been tricking lots of the humanoids, such as yourselves, into like buying back things that he didn't own, and he did some murder isn't the right thing. It was somewhat self-defense, somewhat murder, and he's going to have to append for those sins before I let him back into this onto this plane. He won't be, well, he might be harmed a little, but he should come back with a little bit of a better attitude towards humanoids such as yourselves. You know, you're the same as animals, don't forget. You eat, digest, reproduce, and sleep, just like a common sheep or cow.
You really don't need to bring him back if you don't feel like it. So if we're not fighting, why are you here?
You summoned me.
We summoned you?
Yes. Did you not airdrop the nectar of honey and my orb? That orb is the portal
for summon.
Well, if you didn't know you were going to summon me, how did you get in possession the orb? These orbs are gateways and portals for us gods to get onto the mortal plane. We can't just simply choose to be here, and it's not like we would choose to be here if we wanted.
So it's like a boarding pass then.
Yes, or
Get
a
onto the
transport,
mortal
like a boat.
Boarding pass.
Before we continue, are you supposed to be some kind of all-knowing creature?
Well, I am Karametra. Like, without me,
Are
there
you
would be
supposed
nothing.
to
No
be
trees, no plants, no
all-knowing?
food. I know everything about the living or the natural world.
Does the natural world revolve around both the past, future, and present, or only the past and the present?
Well, my expertise are over the living world, the plants, the food, the animals, the beauty in the world as I see it. Now, not so much the stuff in the sea. They're smelly things, but everything on the land, like the trees you see, the food you eat, the plants you grow, the plants you smell.
Well, yes, we were the ones planting your orb, but we didn't know you would arrive here. We were just told to do this to bring order and balance back to the world.
Well, while I'm here, I'm going to possibly smite those that do not. Well, smite might be a bit strong. Who don't treat the natural world the way they should. I might go into some of the mainland and off this island. I might get myself over there somehow and kind of help people get people to start believing or treating those around them a bit better, or a bit more kind, we'll say. And I won't be very kind in order to do it, but people need to understand that there is a balance to this world, and nature and stuff is mine. Are you saying you would like to go back to your time?
If that is possible, it might be for the best.
They certainly don't want us here. And,
Why wouldn't they want you here? Did my power that I bestowed upon those clerics not help fix your leg?
it did, but we don't really belong here. We're sort of here to fix the world because you see, we found your stone in a box, a mighty chest under a tree.
A box, you say?
Yes.
Can you describe
Belonging
this
to a
box?
panda called Ra.
Pandora's box.
Panda Ra's box.
Ooh, she is not to be messed with.
I think we gathered that after coming back 200 years in time.
Yes, that makes sense. I'm going to have to. This will need to be discussed with my brothers and sisters upstairs. I don't know how I'm going to get back there for now, but
We found some more rocks in the box of different colors.
Yes. And what colors were these?
Are we supposed to tell you, or can we name random colors?
Choose what you want to do if you want to lie or not.
Don't fucking troll the god.
What would green be?
Okay?
What would green be? No. Well, in all, we found an orange, a pink, and a purple one.
Well, the pink was mine, of course.
You don't say.
Obviously that was there. The orange would be possibly Medusa or
Pile of sand.
or yes, yeah. She would be over there with all the salt of the sand and the desert. Yes. Most likely that is Medusa. That could be one of her favorite colors. She's not a god like me, for say, but she has a lot of influence on this world.
But what about the purple one?
purple. That could either be. Dun, 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 dun. Well, he zooms in to get the name. Iris, or OAS, Iris, or it could be Morgus. It's one of the two of them. I wouldn't be sure. They seem to have quite similar traits, and they yes, depending on which god you curry the favor of, it could bring either of them to this land. But you would need to sacrifice quite a lot of people for them, and I wouldn't be too pleased with you if you started just killing people to get your body count up for them. I do not really like them too.
That we could kill.
Sorry, say that again.
Would you happen to have a list of those people that we could kill? If you don't want us killing the random strangers.
well, maybe you should give Medusa back her portal or orbs or gem or whatever you want to call it, and she might know more about which god it is and which one you might be able to curry the favor of. But be careful,
So
she is not to be. Yeah.
So the Isle of Sand is a closer destination than whoever is in charge of the Purple Stone, or in favor of.
Well, yes. If you want to go to the Purple Stone, you would need to go. You would need to sacrifice quite a lot of people up on top of we're talking thousands upon thousands, even tens of thousands of people, and you would need to do that on. While Tibbs goes to the map so we can get the name of the area. Something's somewhere on the Mount Cure, K-U-R-E, which is, for what you both know, which was the final battleground of the Long War.
Now, you said a sacrifice of tens of thousands but
yes. Yes.
Since you're a believer of nature and all that jazz, would a human count the same as an ant? Or would a human count for more than an ant, or an ant count for more than a human?
For me,
you're going to have to be more specific about the souls that you want us to sacrifice.
I don't want you to sacrifice anyone. I do not trifle with them two. Them two are always fighting each other over silly things. To me, an ant is just as important as a humanoid, or like a gnome, or an elf, or a human, or whatever. Every living creature, besides the ones in the sea, because they smell funny, are all the same.
But what can you tell us about this Panda Ra? And why is the chest so important?
Well, yeah, clearly it sent you 200 years in the past, which I wouldn't be too sure why in which she would send you here. She hides things and mysteries inside the objects in which she puts her devotion into, and clearly she put her devotion into this. It is too late that you've already opened it. And if she had the portals for us, she clearly wanted someone to bring us back onto this mortal plane. And right now, looking around this island in this beautiful, beautiful day of people, well, it's the day I become closest to this plane. Like, especially on this island where they worship me like the god I am, and they're celebrating me all around. And can't you hear it? And if you listen, it's basically silence around you. There's a bit of a flapping of a wing or a twitch from the fairies that you killed, that are all different types of creatures, but it's a very silent night. It's like that, and she's like, they're all celebrating and worshipping me like they should. They want me to help them with their harvest, and I of course will make sure this place is bountiful for the year. But I'm going to have to go to some of the mainland and help spread my will upon the place. It mightn't be pretty, but if people want to go around killing animals and humans and stuff like that. I will have to put a stop to this, as there is no purpose for murder.
If you want to get to the mainland, can we perhaps summon you again if we took the seed and went to the mainland?
I'm not quite sure. Like I would presume so, but it portals me from the heavens down onto this plane, and the heavens is as far away from here above the sky as the land is to the center of the earth. So, you could try. I would definitely hear it. This orb is screaming at me right now and telling me or screaming like it's like a homing beacon. I would be able to hear you if you speak to it. I could definitely try and communicate back, but I presume your mortal ears can't hear the screams coming from it right now.
Not currently.
If you want to go back to your time, to the place in which you came, I would suggest you rest or sleep here tonight, and when you wake up, some things might change, but I will do my best to help you travel. I sent your friend away. Would you like your friend to maybe come back to move in time with you, or do you want to leave him behind when I
Wait,
if I can
move in
send you
time? Can you move us in time?
I can try. I will ask some of my brothers, but I will need to know where you are so I don't move the entire existence over there.
I mean, I guess we can stay around the tree. And yeah, I presume the gnome would like to get home too.
Very well. I will during the night. I will bring him back, but he will not be. But he will not be. How would you say? When he comes back, he mightn't be the same. Or he might be gallivanting or playing around as much as he once was. Maybe he might learn a lesson or two, but I will make sure that if I'm able to help you travel in time, he will travel with you. But you will not see him for a while until I think he has had or done some penance for the things in which he's done to others around here.
Okay. On average, how long do you think we should wait here?
It is still early in the night. If you just sleep here tonight and maybe tomorrow, I will do my best, but it'll take me some time to communicate. It's been a while since I've been down on these planes. In order to send messages through, I will need just some time, but I will hopefully have it done today or tomorrow. If you bring the orb with you, I will try and use that to figure out where you are as well.
Okay, so we don't need to sit around a tree for the next 24 hours.
No, of course not. You need to eat.
Well, can't you bring some of your animal friends over here? We could have a feast then.
Those are not domestic. Those are wild animals, and they shall stay with their families. You will not murder them for no reason, and you are not starving, and there's perfectly good farm animals around that have been domesticated and brought up in order to feed you.
Well, to be fair, we just gave a farmer a load of hares, so it would only seem natural that the animal world would give back to us through that. Well, now they might not be hunted as much.
And you killed 4 fairies, creatures of the forest, creatures in their home. While you are not, you're just guests in this forest. While they live here, they grow their families. They've lived here for generations, and you chose to kill them. Should the same justice you brought to them not be brought to you?
We killed them in raw self-defense.
Wow.
Yeah, it was self-defense.
And to be fair, we only killed 3 of them. The 4th one are you currently.
Did you or did you not